I'm going to respond to Heather Knowles' question of how can we be sure securitization isn't used as interrogation on people such as Muslims. So I feel with Trump being a likely possibility of becoming president, unfortunately with all of his claims, this interrogation on Muslims you speak of may only get worse. It is saddening considering Muslim religion is mostly peaceful with a small percentage being ISIS and radicalized. It seems Trump over-exaggerates this fact and relates the small radicalized percentage with the majority of the religion, which can be done with any religion if you really think about it, being Christianity or whatnot. Trump seems to be very open about his racism, and if he becomes president, I don't think we will only need to worry about Muslims, but also Mexicans as well, as he has openly spoke of his hatred of them. Now, going back to the question of how can we be sure this doesn't become securitized and revoke certain human rights and civil liberties, the majority vote needs to stick together and fight for our human rights and not allow hatred of any other religion or skin color affect our judgment. That's how I think that we can prevent securitization from occurring in this circumstance. The book states the act of securitization is successful only once the relevant audience has been convinced of the threat. So the Copenhagen School never really states how much of a relevant audience needs to be, whether it be 50% of the population, 75%, or whatnot. So unless Trump or whoever wins presidency creates an executive order in the United States, I feel the relevant audience would have to be a majority vote. So if Trump does become president, he, in my sense, does have majority vote, would have that power to push us into the securitized spectrum. So if he does put a ban on Muslims entering the country, I worry what could be next. Like the question mentioned Japanese Americans in the past, so could rounding up all the Muslims in the United States and placing them in camps occur? So something that we have to worry about and stripping of their rights. To avoid this, I believe majority vote would have to be against Trump or the hatred of Muslims as a whole and put forth the fight to protect our rights and their rights as well.